Hello! I am super excited to be doing this video. I wanted to share a little bit about our 35 plus years of marriage. When my husband and I got married, obviously you are super excited. Life is magical. The future is bright and open. And then, you focus on careers and then you have families and life happens and difficulties keep piling on as you bring more and more layers. You start having some conflicts on different wants and different ways of approaching things. Josh and I co-own an agency together. We had a young family and we started to have some difficulties because we had pressures from our work, keeping up with the necessities of the family, So we were having difficulties communicating properly. Add to that, family expectations, because we were feeling the stresses and frustrations of life, we were digging. We decided to move from California to Portland, Oregon. And there we met this amazing therapist because we still, after that move, I thought, things would get better, fresh start. We kept having our tensions and couldn't come up with ways to resolve them. And we learn from the get-go that the marriage is never the issue. The issue is you only. And what I mean by that is any conflicts you have with others is only because you have personal unresolved or misunderstandings. And then once you understand that, you are able to negotiate or approach the marriage without conflict, because you have a deeper understanding of who you are, what your needs are, and you're not feeling victim of being forced to do anything you don't want to please the other. Because I think that's the biggest misunderstanding. I don't believe you have to compromise your wants. You have to negotiate, which is a different, more empowering approach. I wanted to take a moment to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. I believe in therapy because you always need someone from the outside to help you navigate difficult times, not just relationships, but conflicts at work, friendships, marital. BetterHelp offers a very strong solution to this by making therapy very accessible. It makes all the difference to work with someone well-trained, as Josh and I came to find out after many years of searching. The challenge is really clicking with someone. You have to feel comfortable with your therapist, or you simply won't open up. And that's what I like about BetterHelp, that you can change therapists as often as you want at no cost until you find the right match. It is less costly than traditional therapy, and you can do it from the comfort of your own home. You can use the link in the description below, or simply go to betterhelp.com/an-artist-life. Signing up is a great way to support my channel, and it does get you 10% off of your first month. Thank you, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this video. You know, they say a relationship is made out of 50-50. I don't believe that at all. I think it has to be 100-100. You have to feel solid and whole on your own. If you're lucky, you have a partner who's doing the same thing, and the work of a good marriage is supporting each other on growth, and you grow together. And that's what has been magical. And I think my marriage now is amazing. It's completely a different marriage than when we were younger and were raising a family, and completely different marriage than when we just got married and had no kids. Each stage is a new marriage, if you will, but only if you keep growing personally and then together. So marriage is a lot of work, and no one tells you what that means. When you listen to that, you're like, yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine. What it means is that you have to take a lot of self-responsibility and not plaster on the other person your issues. If you are not happy, don't expect your partner to make you happy. That's not their job. You need to figure out why you are unhappy and work on that on your own, and then come and play with your partner. I know that's easier said than done, but it's actually the only way to have a long-lasting, healthy, joyous relationship. You have to work on your own poop. Every time you are wanting to do an external thing or expect an external thing to be happy, when you have this need energy, it's a great opportunity to ask yourself what's going on and really quietly reflect and be honest with yourself. And the best way to do that is sometimes to get external help, meaning maybe talk to a therapist. Somebody can guide you, make sure that you don't derail, or that it gives you assisting questions so you can navigate into this self-exploration. Sometimes it's unresolved things from childhood, misunderstandings. Sometimes it could be past lives, if you believe that, or all of the above. The important thing is that we are in a relationship for support, not for obligation or to fix things, to numb things, to cover up things, to fill the holes. Even after many, many years of doing this work, there still were quite a few moments in which my marriage got very challenged. Sometimes doing this work, you might grow at different speeds, or one of the partners might get stuck in a loop that can cause sometimes distance, because the loop might absorb you in a way that you're so self-consumed trying to resolve it, and you get stuck and the other person is moving on. So sometimes you don't match, and that can create conflict. And for us, in our case, Josh was stuck on a loop. Even though I was not enjoying our relationship for quite a few years, because he was working so intently, he wasn't giving up. I kept trying, I kept wanting to make the relationship work, but it got to a point where I was considering perhaps walking away. Not that I would never, I would always love him. Always, no matter what. But it was getting frustrating. All of a sudden, the universe has its ways. He went through this amazing journey with my oldest son that somehow shook him up in such a way that he came back transformed. It was the beginning of what we're going through right now, which is a new magical period in our lives. It's been pure magic. As long as the intention for growing and learning and really wanting to learn is there, I think there's always a chance to make things work. And that's what happened to us. Now, there could be that you work on yourself and you discover that I'm no longer compatible with this other person, and that's totally fine. That's another opportunity. The point is always to stay intentional, conscious of the path you're on, and always evolving. Whether you are with your partner or without a partner, it doesn't matter. Both could be absolutely healthy, amazing opportunities, because at the end of the day, the whole point is for you to grow as a person, as an individual. If you have a partner, great. If you don't, it's fine too. Our son asked us if we had a secret sauce, or how is it that we're getting along so well. I would say there is no secret sauce. I think only doing personal work, knowing yourself at your deepest level that you're capable, learn the language of your feelings, learn to communicate without blaming or forcing or expecting someone else to do things for you. I would say if all of that is clear to you and you really believe it, then you can have a great relationship. If you want this in your marriage, but your partner is not listening, start doing it yourself, because energetically, I believe, is contagious. If not, then you'll grow, and eventually you'll know if you want to stay or not with a partner that doesn't want to grow. You'll have clarity. But there is no secret sauce. The secret sauce is this personal work. It's essential and is so beneficial, not just in a marriage, but in navigating life. When we started our personal work, I had no idea what we were getting ourselves into, and it's been an incredible learning, and it's still to this day. I plan to continue the work for the rest of my life, because there is so much. The more you uncover, the more you realize how much you don't know, how deep you can go, and how wonderful it is. It has spilled into every relationship in my life. I have the richest relationship with my husband, with my kids. It has also caused for me to cut relationships that were not working because the other person was not participating in a healthy way. By doing this work, you have to make some changes in your life, some drastic changes, but no regrets. It's been the best thing I have ever done in my life. It is the only way to live. I can love those people from far. I cannot engage because they have very unhealthy habits of interacting with you. And I focus on those who are players, who want to grow, who want to learn, who want to improve into this deep way of connecting. meaningful, with self-responsibility, with integrity, with heart, with lots of heart. I love our marriage now. It's a new chapter in our lives. Fears never go away, conflicts doesn't go away, but the way we handle conflicts or disagreements is from an empowered place. We have language, we have tools, we can negotiate, but both let the other one be completely who we are. That's extremely freeing. I hope this was helpful, an invitation to have a discussion. Where do you want to go in the next X years of the marriage if you're in a relationship? And kind of invite this play writing of your future, of your growth. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.